Can y'all hear it?
No.
No.
I didn't think so. I was like, wait a minute, this don't seem like this is being heard.
Yeah, you got to restart that one, buddy.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's a good try though.
Yeah, it almost worked. Had
I
me.
know.
So I
I
was
was
like,
kind
oh,
of. I was like, it's gonna be kind of smooth, you know.
it would have been smooth if it had worked out right, but it did
But
not.
it did not. It did not work out at all. I don't know how to do this anymore. Anyway, you know what, Chris? I haven't said this in a long time, so I'm about to say it. We are live.
Oh, we're live. That's what's up. Let's
Yes,
go.
that's it, man.
Let's
That
go.
is it. Ah. Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis,
I'm Chris.
And I'm Big Los.
and this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. And just in case you did not know, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour, so make sure you guys support them and everything that they do. Make sure you guys go ahead and go to their website, log in, become a member, and you can watch all of the Virtual Fight Tour past events from 1 through 13. So go ahead and sign up, log in, be a member, and watch, support. All right. At virtualfighttour.com. And on March 18th, we have the Smoky Mountain Nationals in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, coming up March 18th. So if you're in Kentucky, if you're in Tennessee, you're in North Carolina, you're in South Carolina, you're in Georgia, you're in Arkansas, I think anywhere in the South you want to go, Virginia, head over
Alabama, Mississippi.
all of that. So head over to Smoky Mountain Nationals and get up there. Hey, Chris, have you been to Gatlinburg?
I have been to Gatlinburg.
I keep missing it every time. I'm supposed to go to Gatlinburg and get in the cabins, go to the wineries, all that stuff, and I just haven't done it yet. I keep meaning to go, but one of these days I'm gonna get up there. Los, I'm pretty sure you probably haven't gone, huh? To Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
No, don't think I have.
Yeah,
What's it called? Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Gatlinburg, Gatlinburg.
No, sir.
You got it.
Hey, look at me. I passed spelling. All right, so make sure you guys go there. It's once again March 18th, and of course the big boy that's coming up. The next big boy coming up, Ocean State Grand Nationals, March 31st to April 2nd, up in Providence, Rhode Island. Make sure you get your tickets. They are giving away over $28,000 in cash prizes, and
it's money,
people, money. It's just look at the commercial. Whenever I get this thing to work again,
bro, y'all talking about they don't pay. People are paying.
Right. Yeah, they're paying. They're putting back into the sport. They're letting everybody know.
We should see y'all there.
Yes, even you 5th through 8th place. You know you ain't getting nothing, but this time you actually can get $250 for open
$250.
$250. Some of these places are giving away $250 for their open weight grand all over the place, but not this one. That's for 5th through 8th place. All right. Woo! That was a read now, wasn't it?
Thanks.
Chris, Los,
sir.
How are you gentlemen doing, man? Hey, man, I kind of missed y'all this week, man. We had such a great show the last couple of weeks. Kind of missed y'all, man. I was looking forward to coming out here and talking to y'all and seeing how everything was. Hope y'all had a good week, man. How was it?
Week was good. Great show last week. So just like you, I thought it was good, and I was kind of looking forward to today. But as a whole, though, it was a good week for me. Good week for my family. Everybody had a healthy week and good week. That's about it. See what?
Yeah, I'm on the same page with that. It's been a good week, work wise, family wise, health wise. Everything's been great. So,
did you guys make it out to the movies to see Creed?
Nah, I have not.
Why are you looking like that? You're not a boxing fan. You're not a Creed movie fan, or you're not a Michael B. Jordan fan. Not a Jonathan.
Listen, brother, I am not a Michael B. Jordan fan.
Why?
Listen, the dude killed it in Black Panther. Like that role he played in Black Panther, that was like, I don't know. I can't get into him, man. He's not to do that move me. Like, you know what I mean, as far as an actor go.
I think he is limited in acting, but I mean,
No, I don't. What like?
I just figured he was a good enough actor to he's not bad, right? Like I don't think he's a
He don't.
bad
He don't.
actor.
But he don't draw me though. Like even like if Denzel Washington came out like with a movie, like oh yeah, I'm gonna check out what Denzel doing. Like you know what I mean, like especially if it's something like on like one of Denzel movies. Like you know what I mean, but I don't feel he like. Go ahead.
I gotta take. He acts the same in every movie.
Who Denzel?
Uh-huh.
That's fine. Because I can get into, I can buy into him. Like I personally don't feel Michael. I don't think he's a good actor.
I'm not saying it, but I like his movies.
Except for when he played Killmonger. Like that was a whole like I was like, yo, like I believe that guy. Like I believe he's really that guy.
I like the first Creed.
The first Creed was pretty good.
I really enjoyed the first Creed.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
that was exciting.
You didn't like Fruitville Station?
I only saw it once, and I'm never going to watch it again.
Yeah, I never seen it. I never seen it, but I heard it's heavy, so I rather not see it because it's heavy.
Yeah, it's too heavy for me. I can't watch that.
I just was never a big fan of his, man. I don't know, something about him. He remind me of like
I've seen a lot of dislike from Michael B. Jordan over the past couple of years. It's kind of
he's corny. I hate to say it because that's what the lady said. That's what the lady said from high school. But I feel like
Jesus.
They packed him back in high school. Like, yo, you kind of whack. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just me.
Actually, I'm not mad at him for doing what he did there.
Yeah, it's all good. Like,
did you call me corny? Yeah. You called.
I feel like I'll do the same thing too. Like, if somebody did to me, like, yo, you know what? Nah, I remember you trying to play me back.
I'm not mad at him for doing that.
Nah,
I'm corny rich right now. I'm whack rich.
Yeah.
So, how was your weekend, Chris? Did you ever finish saying, Chris, how your week was?
Chris is always the same. Pretty good.
Yes, pretty good. We didn't do much.
Did you have a big crowd yesterday for sparring?
We had a pretty good section. Well, we of course we sparred. Oh yeah. We had a pretty decent sized crowd. Nothing huge.
It was any tournaments down there this weekend?
Tony's.
I'm about to say, did Malachi fight at Tony's?
No, we did a family day. No, I actually didn't go.
Oh, okay.
So we spent the day as a family. I know Cameron Harvey won overalls. He beat, who did he beat? Somebody beat Jalen beat Dwight.
I was about to say, who beat Jalen?
Oh man. I just talked about it with them yesterday. It'll come to me in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Who won women's?
Danny.
Danny? I was about to say, yeah, Danny won. Okay.
How was your weekend, Travis? Or your week?
Week was busy, as always, trying to get this site out. But also, like my dad barbecued yesterday. So
yes, let's go.
Yeah, so the family had ribs and everything, and it was
let's go.
So yeah, that happened yesterday. So the family got together yesterday. So as always, I always love it when that happens and just get to hang out with everybody and talk to everybody, and say what's up.
That's what's up.
Have some good eats.
Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot there.
How much for one rib?
Anyway, people,
full of them greens.
Yeah.
People, if you did
real quick, Trav, before you jump into the next thing, it was Anthony Hewitt from Mr. Young School beat Jalen, and then Cameron beat on an overtime call. I remember it. See, before we move too far. Before we move too far. Excuse me, sir.
I honestly didn't know what you said right there. All righty. So let's get into it. Just so everybody knows, we are selling our shirts. So go to mainetwork.shop and you can get that shipped out.
Pull up the shop. What does the shop look like?
Okay. Hold on real quick.
www.mainnetwork.shop.
Word.
The shop.
What does that shop look like?
It looks dope.
Dope.
No, not yet. Not yet. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. Let me go ahead and share this now. If it ever, there we go. Let everybody see what we can do.
Look at that.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and get the set up Alex in different colors and Jeff PD in different colors, CTE in different colors. And
what's the other color? What was the other color? CTE.
This is purple. I got to switch it over to the green because the greens are coming in Thursday.
Yeah, I like
so the green shirts are coming in Thursday.
So I even got purple up there
because originally it was purple. Originally it was going to be purple. Actually, I got to add the red here because we have the red too, and we have small sizes 3X as well as 4X now. So,
how you gonna say we have small sizes and then be like 3X and 4X? Like I'm thinking small sizes would be like kid sizes. What's the one with the little chessboard people?
Oh, I wasn't selling those just yet. Not just yet. I'm going to sell them now, though. I'm going to sell them now. Chess over hopscotch. Yeah. A lot of people play hopscotch, man, and a lot of stuff, and they need to be playing chess. We play chess
that's
over
a shot.
here.
I'm
not saying anything.
Bang bang, that's a shot. No, that's one of you busting a little rhyme. You got a little shot. You kind of drop.
I said I wasn't going to share all of that. Hey, look, man, I was just saying I wasn't going to sell it. I just had them. I was going to make.
You didn't even say chess over checkers. You said chess over hopscotch.
Yeah,
but that's a whole different level of wow.
Yeah, some people are they play games and they play them rudimentary games, man. They don't, they're not playing like adult games.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But we're gonna leave all that alone.
Bang bang. Bang bang.
Lowe's always starting something.
I'm not starting nothing.
I was like,
I know all these other shirts, but what is that shirt? That shirt is kind of different. What does that mean?
It's different. It's a different shirt.
Okay.
Oh, I love you, bro.
All right, let's get into this. All right,
let's get into it.
All right,
go ahead. What you got? Whatever you throw at us, man. We're either gonna talk or not. So
let's start in Europe. Something happened in Europe. Chris, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about what happened in Europe this past weekend. Let's do some.
Are we live on Facebook or live on YouTube?
Both.
Where are we?
We are both.
Well, now.
Yes, we are.
Howdy, everybody.
Facebook and YouTube, the tube of the U.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
All right, Christopher.
Man, yes, sir.
Let us know what happened over there. Something historic happened over there.
It wasn't over the weekend. It was was it like February 24th ish?
Oh, step. Oh, hold on. We got comments and everything.
We do.
Yeah, see, that's why we on Facebook.
What up, people?
Okay, let's go. Order. Who is Sua?
Shut up, Alex.
Oh, I'm like, who is Sua?
Yes,
Sua. Who is Sua?
Yeah, who is Sua? I try to follow along with everybody.
You too old, man. You don't know what was happening. And then Alex is laughing because he understood what was happening behind it. But
my bad, Alex. I didn't know who Sua was.
Look.
What's up, Alex?
What up, Alex Dingman?
Dingman is in the building.
Yes.
No, as I was saying.
What were you saying?
I was saying that our mate over across the pond, Elijah Everill, he won the a little bit ago. He won full contact at the WACO Great Britain Nationals. Which made him the first person in British history to win a WACO British title in point fighting, light contact, kick light, which is like point fighting, continuous with leg kicks, and now full contact.
Wait, say this again.
A WACO British title in point fighting.
Okay.
Light contact, which is continuous in America.
Okay.
Kick light, which is continuous with leg kicks.
Bang!
And which with whack. And now full contact. In the ring, full contact. Kickboxing.
So we talking four British national champions.
Four disciplines. Now way more titles, but in four different disciplines now.
Yes. Does Waco have like a grappling? You gonna do
No,
grappling?
they don't.
They got
They have
boxing.
different divisions in kickboxing. So they have above waist kickboxing. They'll have leg kicks, which is K1 style, and then Muay Thai.
Which one did he do?
I believe he did above waist kickboxing for this one.
He said the thumb wrestling
championship.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he also won a thumb wrestling championship.
Oh, SUA.
Hey, it is what it is.
So
sir.
yeah.
All right. Well, so congratulations to Elijah making big moves, history, and all that good stuff. It was a little real for you. That drink went down the wrong pipe there, Los. All right. So congratulations to Elijah and everybody else who won over there. Oh, you got some more updates on that? What happened over there or something, Chris?
Oh, I was gonna say they got the and he's also fighting for a Waco Pro title. They're doing
we saw that.
The Waco Pro titles. Man, listen, Chris Aston and David, and then Elijah and Eduardo, but then you got Evelyn and Francesca.
Proper.
They got their camp thing, but they got man, like that. That's a dope Waco Pro card.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. When's the last time you saw a Waco Pro fight?
Raymond Andy Cleaves, I think, was the last one that I knew about.
When was that? Okay.
Between 2010 and 2014, somewhere in that area, I believe.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I can't remember. I don't really remember.
I haven't seen one in a while. Los?
Me?
Yeah. When last time you saw a Waco Pro type?
I think when we were on SES at Ocean State.
The team fight, right?
I think so, right? Didn't they have some kind of pro fight thing going on there?
Honestly, man, that was 20 years ago, bro. Over 20 years ago. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like that. You asked me when.
That was 23 years ago.
You asked me when. So I'm saying to you, like this is when I remember. Like I thought that's when that was.
I honestly don't remember. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's crazy.
But we are sponsored by Ocean State, so I figured that's what the last time I remember it. So
it's true.
That is true. Look at you bringing back the knowledge. Maybe we should have brought that up.
Maybe
we should have put that in the commercial, huh?
Actually, I wasn't a part of the commercial, so we're just gonna leave it. That's why it didn't work. That's why it didn't work. Hey,
Trav, that's the USA versus Europe. That's the Waco Pro title that I was talking about. That's the team fight. The Waco versus Europe.
It was a pro team fight.
Yeah, they all got the belts. It was I think it was like Johnny, Raymond, Mikey, Reggie, and Pedro or something like that, right? No,
that's something like I thought Waco Pro was like
something different.
Vision, all the other. I didn't know there's a team version of it. I don't know.
Yeah, but they do have a team thing.
Well, you learn something every day, and today I might have learned something. Okay. All right, Chris, tell us something about this knockout that happened. We were supposed to talk about it last week.
We were completely blanked on it. Yeah, bro. Half in, bing, 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 slip up, round kick, pop, slap them, bing, boom, done. Like, but listen, it was nice.
The heck did you just say, sir?
Slap, slip, bloom, slap, boom.
Man, listen.
Beam up, boom.
Blake,
done.
Blake Spence.
Okay, so that's what we're talking. We're talking about Blake Spence.
We're gonna talk about Blake Spence. I was kind of giving it. I was gonna give it a little in. God bless him, man. I can't do nothing right. It works out. Anyway, Blake Spence knocked this kid out with a round kick that you could hear the slap like throughout. Like you could just hear it. Even on video, you could. Yeah, it was like most foot to like the side of his face. You could just hear pow, and kind of kid just stiffened up and just dook. But he was in control of that fight the entire fight. I mean, not much to say. Like he looked really good.
Just for reference, this was a kickboxing fight, correct?
Yes, a full contact kickboxing fight.
Where?
South Carolina.
Where's Blake Spence from?
South Carolina. South Carolina. So it was one of the.
Well, now my question is this: do
Yes.
you think we'll ever see Blake back out at a tournament?
Maybe. I don't think right very soon, but I think there could, if something happened or he decided to change directions again, then maybe we could see him back out. But probably see Trent out a little bit more. But when we do see them out, we see them coaching.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like, so I was just curious if we think we'll see them out. Trent. Not. I mean, we seen. I saw Trent was somewhere recently and fought. I think was it Diamonds he fought, but Blake didn't. I can't remember. It was one of these tournaments recently that Trent fought and Blake didn't. So I guess he's doing the World Combat Games.
There you go.
Yeah. So I know I was just curious because I was like I haven't seen him out in a while.
Right.
And I was interested in seeing. I curious if he's gonna come back out into the point fighting space, but you never know. All right, let's go down this list.
Yes, let's go down our list. Go ahead.
Chris, something else happened
Oh, again, me? What happened?
in the MMA world. Did you guys watch the UFC this past weekend?
Yes.
How was it?
One was two titles. One was very predictable.
I've seen this guy in 8 years. Like, what up, Gibb?
Forever.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're hitting people with a Dusty Rose.
Right. Gold dust.
Stop it. I knew you were gonna do it too.
All right, back to the UFC. All right.
Valentina. Wow.
Yeah,
that was a fight. Wow. Yeah, she is 100%. I was 100% rooting for it too. And I was shocked. No. She got neck cranked out, face crushed out. Yes.
I have no idea what that means.
That was still on the jaw. That hurts though. Like she made the decision that she wanted to eat solid foods for the rest of the week.
What?
That in jiu-jitsu, you talk about you make the decision. When a choke isn't really a choke and it's not under your neck and it's cranking on your jaw and your face, you can choose to deal with that pain for so long. But at the end of the day, you choose if you want to eat solid foods or not. Because if it cranks too hard on your jaw and it cracks and it pops, you're not eating solid foods. You break your jaw, or you tap and you decide, nah, the use of my jaw for the rest of the week is more important. That's where.
So do you think if her jaw got broken
no,
could she get out the hold if her jaw got broken?
Some people do. Did you not see the dude there was a guy on the One Championship where Mike Musumeci rips this dude's knee out so bad that he's gonna have to have surgeries after surgeries to fix it, and he didn't tap out.
Well, hold on, real quick. Yes, that ain't 40 pounds. Looks like you put on 40 pounds of straight biceps since I see you guys.
I changed my shirt, Mike. It's a small shirt.
You put on the real medium.
He definitely put on the shirt.
In the store.
Are we going live? I got the shotgun. Let's go. Nah, it's a medium, brother. I wouldn't put on my medium shirt.
You back on the apple though?
Yeah, he's back on the apple.
The apples, yeah.
The apple juice.
Yeah, ski shirt. I got a ski shirt on. Yep. Ski sent it to me. Shit, tight as hell in my armpit.
Fingers tingling, cutting off all kinds of circulation.
Yeah, this is why we don't go live so much. Because we be all over the place. We can't be serious for nothing.
No, because somebody will throw us a comment and we'll be like, squirrel.
Yeah, yo, we just gonna start talking like, just start going down a whole nother rabbit hole.
It's fun though.
All right. Chris, finish with the UFC stuff.
Oh, and yeah, so Valentina got face cranked and lost by submission, and then John Jones just walked through put him down and choked him out. If anybody thought that fight was going to go anything other than that, you don't know MMA and you didn't know. Like, I don't know how anybody thought anything other than that was going to happen.
I mean, he did. I mean, how often has John been fighting in heavyweight? This is like his what?
This is his first heavyweight fight,
right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, people could think of that because it's his first fight up, bigger guys, And
it's John Jones.
So, okay, he went
and if
up.
You don't
he's in
know,
the heavyweight.
Now you know.
He's in he won the heavyweight title, right?
Yeah.
So
they're probably gonna have it. Stipe. What?
Stipe.
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is this the same division that he's in it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if they had broke it up finally and put to like super heavyweight or something like that, but no, this is still
plus
the same
265.
division.
Nah. Nope, it's still everything under 265, above 205 pounds and under 265.
That is a lot of weight, man. That's a lot.
Heavyweight
that's
division.
60 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And so anything over 265, you can't fight. You got to get down to 265.
Not in the UFC. They do have super heavyweight divisions in other leagues. Other people will do super fights and stuff like that. But in the UFC, they currently do not have a division that sanctions anything above 265 pounds.
Okay. And Jeff Petey said.
And yes, Francis left the UFC.
Okay.
They offered him like $8 million for 2 or 3 fights with guaranteed with like John, but he said nah. He wanted fighter insurance and a bunch of stuff and demands.
So you know what? He'll never get any money like that from anywhere else.
He trying to go get the bag in boxing and fight Tyson Fury or something. That's what he thinks. He's seen Conor McGregor do it, so I think he thinks that might be the bag.
They got a built-in excuse why they lose.
He is not tying to Conor McGregor.
He's not a boxer. He tried to be a boxer beforehand and didn't.
He can't even
well
strike.
As a boxer.
He can't even strike as an MMA
UFC.
fighter.
Fam, he just hits hard.
He just throw haymakers.
Right. Never mind. Okay, so we went again. This
is what CTE is. It's like you all over the place. That's what we do.
Yeah, no. And if they think he's gonna lose to John Jones, unless he catches John in the first 3 minutes, there's no way. There's no way. I think John takes him down and does the same thing he did to Cyril. He might punch him a couple of times first or hit him with some elbows. But no. Stipe is probably going to be a harder match, and they said that's supposed to be. They were rumoring it to be sometime in July.
Supposed to be July during the fight week.
The International Fight Week.
Yeah, he was heavier, Jeff, because he's in the heavyweight division. Travis, have you ever been choked before? Like in a grappling situation? Like, have you ever been had like a neck crank or have you ever been you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you'd be like, what is that? What do you mean by that? What is I just wonder, because I sometimes when I'm grappling, sometimes I do that whole on the jaw thing and it drives people crazy. It is one of probably the most uncomfortable feelings ever. You could do it on the jaw, you could do it from the pressure from the side. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. So I just wonder if you've ever had that happen to you. Travis, can you please elaborate for us?
So have I ever been choked?
I'm just saying, in general, have you ever grappled to the point where or grapples as you call it?
I've been put in a certain type of headlock.
We ain't talking about a headlock. We're talking about an actual.
Fam, I'll be on to the next one, fam. I can't talk to you right now, Travis. I can't deal with you. I knew it was going like that. That's why I tried to. Said, have you ever been choked? And Travis what you mean? I can't deal with you, Travis. Go ahead, move. Next line. What we got? Move from the UFC. The good
Jeff
part.
Was saying he was heavier than the guy he fought, who always fights heavy, but John hasn't fought in 3 years. So there you go. That's what Jeff is clearing up there.
First of all, why you disrupt Jeff when he's actually working on his kicking shit stuff? I just realized that when you did the whole commercial, you called Jeff, and then Alex called on the other line. Hold up, guys, this is Alex.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it. Jeff is always kicking. Jeff is probably kicking right now, stretching, doing something
while he watches and types. Yeah, right.
Everybody else is doing something
He's probably in a split.
Jeff was actually somewhere, had his hand on the wall, doing kick combinations and stuff. It's outside kicks, just killing it.
That's
y'all disrupted him.
Hey,
Wait,
man.
not that y'all not disrupt him. He took the time to take y'all call.
He did. That's
That
a good
is a
friend.
good-
That's what you man. Listen,
Because
that's a good
he
dude.
knew this call was coming. It was important. Y'all had to ask him something about what happened in the history, and he was able to give y'all that, and then get right back to work.
Right.
Yeah. That's
I respect that, Jeff. That's what's up, Jeff.
That's a good.
I
dude.
mean,
Next time, send them the
having some
voicemail.
apple.
I'd have sent y'all a voicemail.
Yo, I would have loved to. Now that you say that, I would have loved to put that in there. Had you look at it like, I would have loved to have that part in the commercial. I would have loved to have done that. Now that you say that, yeah, I probably should have did that. That would have been hilarious.
But you've never been choked before, though, Travis. Like in the actual grapple situation. You never really answered that question. You said after the headlocks, but like, what does that mean?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this on Patreon. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about this on the Patreon episode because
Okay. All right.
That and feet, right?
Yes, and the weird obsession that people have with foot fetishes. I don't understand what this whole thing is. There, we're gonna talk about both of those on Patreon right after this.
Over there.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, so we're gonna get to these topics real quick. Y'all want to go with today's fighters judging or all-star or all-star karate weekend?
There's an all-star karate weekend?
I'm asking you, yeah. Which one do you want to start with? Which one do you want to go with?
Let's start with the judging. Let's start with the judging first. I like that.
Yeah.
Judging.
That's an interesting take. That Travis
we always talk about the judges. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. So I have a question for you, gentlemen, and people who are watching. Are we judging wrong when it comes to fighting?
Wait a minute. Are you asking this whole question that we've had this podcast about for like the last 4.5 years about judging wrong?
Yes, but it's the technique. Are we judging fighting wrong? Right.
Mm. There you go.
So I had this thought. I have a friend of mine who does basketball games, and he refs basketball games. And how they set up the refs are each ref has a side they're supposed to look at. So the one at the top of the key is watching what's happening at the top of the key. One's on the baseline and one's in the middle or whatever, on the weak side or whatever. And so they're in charge of different zones and to be able to call fouls or travels or whatever, any kind of infraction, right? In our sport, we need 2 out of 3 people to say if something hit or not, if something scored or not. I'm curious. That makes judges have to move around because the fighters are moving. And in that, sometimes judges are out of place of position and they're just calling because they think they're supposed to call. But if the judges are in charge of a zone or area of each fighter while they're fighting to see if that was actually scored, would that make it more practical, I guess, to say that they don't have to try and see every angle in that? The floor is you guys. I'll stop there and let you guys ask that question.
So, like, say you have the 3 judges, right? And you're in the little diagonal formation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Center judge controls everything right here. And now, is this a line judge that calls penalties and out of bounds, and only the center judge calls the points, and the other 2 judges are like in soccer, like line judges, where they call if somebody's offsides or out of bounds or something like that? Or is it like when they're over in this side and this judge sees a score, that's everybody trusts that judge that sees that score in that little area,
right?
And then how do you determine what's the area? Is it a 1/3, 1/3, 1/3? Is it from here? You know what I mean?
If it's, as I'm saying, like, let's try and talk it out. Let's say if they put it in 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and that person is in charge of that particular area. right? So that means if that person steps out, it's their call to say if that person stepped out. It's their, excuse me, instead of trying to get the judge who's out of position,
Right,
who may actually miss it, right? As opposed to calling it. If somebody might hit somebody in the back of the head and only one judge can see it because the other two are looking at it and they can't really technically say if it actually hit or not. But that one judge who's right there can say that's a point.
Yes.
That's legitimate. The only thing that might come up is if one judge says one thing and one judge says the other thing, then it's a majority call. The center judge is the one who has to make the decision at that point, I guess. But that would be the only thing I can think of that might cause some little things. But I'm just curious. It limits the judges, puts more responsibility in the judges' hands. That's I guess as far as not just being passive.
That goes into a whole different spew of how and why, and you're putting singular calls in one person's hands, and relationships and all the rest of it. I mean,
can someone please acknowledge Katie Smith, because Katie Smith is actually posting some very good stuff as to what.
So okay, Chris. Los, go ahead and read hers.
No. Oh, her says, is always tough as a fighter. You need to align yourself to be sure that your technique is seen.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I'm not gonna say it's not gonna take away from it, but
this is where fight IQ was supposed
right.
to happen.
It makes it easier for a dumb fighter, but because if you're just throwing a technique and that judge is watching that one particular area and you know that judge can see it, you're not freaking out because you hit somebody on the back of the head and nobody calls it, but one judge calls it, nobody, because the other judge, I couldn't see it. It takes that whole excuse away because that judge actually saw it and said, yo, that was 2 points. That person hit. The other thing is, she says, I like having a majority of judges agree on stuff. Otherwise, it leaves it to one person's opinion. That is correct. But if you're offsides in a game, it's only one judge that's saying it. It's only one line judge saying it.
And, and that's kind of why I was looking at it like, what are the responsibilities, and because it plays into that, and with that, think about it.
It's only one judge that says
eliminate bias. What?
It's only one judge that says it's a touchdown. Los, you seem like you have something you want to say, but you're not saying it.
He definitely has something. He says like 7 things.
Right, just go ahead and say it, man.
You can't have one judge calling an area like that's just not. No, but you can.
Okay.
You have 3 judges that can't get it right, so now you're gonna expect this one judge to be the one that's gonna get it right and change everything. You talk about the NBA and all these other sports, and some of these referees call stuff that they probably don't need to be calling. This is why they have now this thing called a replay, where you can actually challenge a call and go back and have it reverse. Because you had some referees or some people that would just call whatever they felt they wanted to call because they didn't really like the other person too much, or the other player too much, or they felt the other player whatever. Like, I mean, so
somebody slid him some ducats.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel that, as Katie said, she's a very wise young lady, that I feel you do need to have the referees kind of all working together. And I do feel they need to be moving and not just in one area. And that gives you a better opportunity to be able to call what the right call should be, myself personally. But what do I know? I mean, the Eagles only got a call that should have been called, but it was. And
I mean, it was. He even admitted it was a hold, low. So let it go.
Yeah. I admitted I got kicked too, because the judge didn't see it.
Didn't change the winner of the grand championship, even though I admitted your kick hit.
Yeah. Nope.
All right. She wrote a paragraph here. Do NFL players have personal relationships with the refs? Like, are the friends hanging out after the game? I haven't.
You never see that in point karate. What are you talking about?
It's definitely hard with so many competitors having long-term friendships and personal relationships with judges. That is correct. I've
never seen a judge have an apple with a competitor. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Katie, what do you mean by that?
I thought we was about to go somewhere else that we just got out of.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, what was happening? Oh, that goes to another relationship. I mean, regardless of NFL players or NBA players hanging out, they do have some personal relationship. They do talk to them. They do go up to them and talk to them and have a conversation, ask them about their family and stuff like that. And then they start arguing with them. Now, as far as going out and hanging out with them, no, because that is the epitome. That's something that's unique to us because we are unorganized hooligans, basically.
Just so you guys know, Travis calls you all hooligans.
Yeah, so
it's not a bad analogy though.
But I mean, that's the at the end of the day, that's what's going on. Like we just grabbing people like, hey, you come judge. Like it's not real. It's not real. That's a whole nother statement. But I'm just saying, would it be more efficient if it was that way?
No,
as opposed to.
I personally don't believe so, but I mean, you can.
I'm just asking the question. I don't know. I think I think for me to say that tennis has line judges, right?
Yep.
No. Listen, no. Really, stop and think about this. You got tennis has line judges. And
we're not tennis, dude. We're not tennis. We're not basketball. We're not any of these other sports. Like
that's my point. If everybody else is doing it and we're doing it this other way, maybe we're doing something wrong.
Oh, you know what? No.
Just saying. No, you just hate change. You're just an old fart who hates change.
I don't hate change. Like, I mean, how is that going to be better? Like, I don't get how that's better. Like, I don't see where that makes it better. How about the judges become better judges and pay attention to what's really happening?
How do they become better?
How do you pay attention to what's actually happening?
They are
call what is supposed to be called and what is. Because the camera kind of stuttered for a little bit because it's like my Wi-Fi was kind of messing up.
Could you judge it like kickboxing with starts and stops? Chris, you would know better than me if on this conversation. I don't really. How do they judge
like a 10? Like a. No, she's asking if the judges like kickboxing like a 10-9 round, like a 10-8
round.
Okay. Like who's more in control, who's in the dominant setting. Could you judge it really like that?
Yeah, that takes away from
what we do. That takes away from
the whole point of the point fighting is precision fighting, right? So precision striking, precision hitting, like where you're hitting it, that's what you're getting points for. It's kind of like a fencing type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we just basically are kickboxing, and it's
so we switch from fencing to kendo, right? Exactly.
Yes. Wow. Okay. No, he said.
Thank you, Sierra, for bringing that up. That's good. That's a good analogy
question.
or possible question. Yeah,
it's a question, sir.
Sorry.
My
bad. Is that what that was?
It's a question. It's a question mark at the end of it. Like,
question.
My bad.
English class, sir.
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right, so you guys say no, we're not judging wrong. Everything is perfect. Got it.
No, everything is not perfect.
I like how you did that. I like how you did that. If you don't change it, then you must think that it's
those statements can be false at the same time.
Well, if you don't think it should be changed, then that means you guys think that what we got is perfect. We should be like
he tried to play politics with us.
Yeah.
If it's not this,
all the other sports do this. All
right, so we're gonna do this one last one, and then we're gonna go to Patreon and do the other two.
Oh God, he's gonna try to do it, isn't he?
No, I'm going to do what would an all-star karate weekend look like? Is it possible? Is it possible to have a celebration of martial artists, the top martial artists, as for a weekend? And if we could do it, how could you do it?
What would you do? Like, what would you do?
What would those things be? Because honestly, there's kind of one option already.
What's that?
The Open.
What's that, Chris?
Used to be the Open.
How's the Open used to be like an all-star weekend? What are you talking about? That's not what he's talking about.
Like what? Now it's what I'm asking. But what I'm asking is, what is the all-star weekend? Now we're talking about specialty events, specialty, matchups and games and that like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's the whole point of an All-Star weekend. Like, we're not talking about like All-Stars.
I'm not
being
talking
at a
about the
tournament.
All-Stars.
Being at a tournament for a weekend.
I'm
Chris.
not
Come on
saying
now,
that
we
either.
can't.
No, I'm not
Come
saying
on.
that either.
We can't.
Ooh.
JPM. Woo!
No, I didn't say that
We can't do the
either.
same thing
I
for
don't know.
But I'm
All-Stars.
like,
Like,
all right, so like what are the things?
we
Are
don't
you
have a
doing
chance.
like a competition? Like what are they? Are they tricking competitions, like weapons tricks and fighting trick and like fights, like special fights, and like what are you doing? Like what makes it an all-star weekend? What makes it that? That's what I'm asking.
You would have. That's what the whole question is. You're asking the question
That's
back
the
to
question. Like, that's the question he's asking.
me.
Like,
What would an
wow,
All-Star Karate weekend
dude,
be?
you're
Like,
worse than
what would
Stephen
it?
A. Like, you're worse. Like, you can't stay on topic for nothing. It says, "What would an All-Star weekend be?" Like, you just can't stay on topic. Like, you just Kyrie Irving. Like, Kyrie Irving.
What? No,
Go ahead,
fam.
Chris. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like
You brought up one that would be tricking, right? What would be a tricking competition or
like
a weapons tricking competition? Like, what would be the?
they do that Adrenaline Worldwide thing where they do weapons trick battles. You know, they got their whole little setup thing, and that's kind of like what they're all like. That's their like big national championships. So, like to me, like an all-star weekend for karate would be like a bunch of disciplines doing like their finals at like different, like in a 3-day event kind of ordeal. So you get the best of the best from each style of martial arts.
No, that's not All-Star Weekend.
Okay, well then you tell me then what is All-Star Weekend? I'm asking questions,
You
fam.
got 3-point shooting contest, you got skills competition, you got dunk competition, and then you have the game the next day.
Right. Okay. So what are your what are the three then? You have to come up with three.
You could do a tricking competition.
Could.
You could do a weapons competition.
Okay.
Right?
Could.
You could do, I don't know, board breaking. Right? And then the next day, you could do like, you just pick 10 of the best fighters from this area, 10 from the best fighters from this area. Everybody comes together and just do a live, like, point fighting event. You know, body punches worth 2, like just a whole, yeah. Well, set fights will work too, but I think
I think Katie's on to something with the seminars though. I think that would be a big thing to have if you have like all the all-stars, all of the stars. I can't say all-stars because you fools, but stars would be there and they would be competing. So like if you take the top 20 fighters and you split them up 10 and 10, like you said, like, you know what I mean, and then have like that, and have you know, you could have different types of fights or whatever the case may be, or you could have a kicking competition. You could have like the like a dueling banjos, and it's work your way down to like one person. It's like 8 people, and they do, one person does a kick, the other person has to do the kick behind it, and then if they don't get it correct, or you know what I mean, something different, something they have to, or to that standpoint. I mean, I guess you could do. If you're gonna do a board breaking, I would want to see a creative board breaking. I want to see
I want to see one of those like Taekwondo board breaking.
Yeah, I don't want to see them just standing there and see how many you can break. No, that's 60.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that.
Yeah, I want to see something like
I want to see the Taekwondo style where they like up in the air doing all the different like board breaks. Like
something
that.
more. It has to be a show.
Got to be like,
you know what I mean?
Crazy. Like, yeah.
For the weapons, maybe. I don't know, man. You gotta do certain types of tricks. Like that'll be your dunk contest. Basically, you have to do like, you have a creative way of doing your, like, all the stuff they be doing, and just see if you can land it. Boom, something nobody's seen before,
and catch the bow staff at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, just something like, I don't know.
Stop calling it a bow staff.
It's not a bow staff.
No, it's just a bow. It's like saying it's like repeating yourself. Bow.
Hi, hola.
Yeah, it's like,
that's what it is. Bow means staff. Like staff is a like, yeah. Okay, continue. Sorry, I had to say
we broke his brain right there. He didn't know that.
It bothers me. It hurts my heart.
Oh,
Hey,
so
no,
if I say bow and I say stab, they're actually the same thing.
yes,
Correct.
So I'm just saying the same thing twice.
Yes. In two different languages.
Hat.
Basically.
Yo, you gotta wear your
Sombrero
hat.
hat. You gotta say it in two languages. Like you gotta have that.
Yeah. Actually, I had to tell my cousin Drew that when we were there. I was like, "Yo, don't say bow staff." Like you in Chicago. I was like, "Yo, you say that, people gonna know." Yeah.
You don't know nothing.
So just you know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't got choked out, I still know that now, don't.
Travis, salute.
Yeah.
Respect on that one.
But yeah, I think it could actually work. I don't know how it will work. I mean, where you would go, and then every year you do it at a different location. I mean, since we basically go all year round, I don't know how you would do it.
So just out of curiosity, I just went to Century and it says bow staff on Century. So you're saying that Century has it wrong too?
Yes.
Like they, wow.
Yes, 100%.
That's
Whoever
crazy.
wrote it on Century was wrong. Hey, Century, that was Los.
It's the same. It's the same
We
as
still wanna
other
do
martial
business
arts.
with
Other
you.
martial arts style calling it karate, and I'd be mad at that too. So like, it's. I know it's a common word, but it's
People be
if you're
wrong
gonna say it,
sometimes.
do it right. People be wrong sometimes.
People be wrong sometimes. All right, let's get on here. Awards for different set fighter. Let me bring this up from Kristen. Okay.
Best
Awards
highlight reels
for
in a
different set
fight.
fighters and fights: best highlight reels in a fight, best kicks, best defensive fighter, best well-rounded fighter, most points, etc.
That's like an award show. I like that.
Yeah,
Right,
that would be an award.
It's
show.
like the
That'd be dope.
ESPYs.
But honestly, that could all be a part of that weekend. Like you can have all these different categories
The whole weekend.
Because I mean,
All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
And that's why the seminars would play a part into it. You would have like special things and events and features throughout, and then you would have the set fight, and then maybe like a couple of 1v1 set like forms or weapons versus each other throughout that.
Stop talking.
Because we playing chess and they playing hopscotch.
I just thought about it. I'm like, yo, why are we talking about this? Why don't I just do it? Like, yo, why don't I just do this? Like,
we playing chess, not hopscotch. Let's go.
This is probably the time we shouldn't have been live. I probably should have been live.
Yep, it's too late now.
And then,
Dumb.
I should have just, I could have edited, but now it's out there. So, no. I may edit this part out. Anyhow,
he's hell edit out alive.
Yeah, take it down. Like, nope, y'all ain't seeing this.
Gotcha. So if you weren't here, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't hear nothing. You ain't see nothing. You don't know nothing.
This guy.
All right.
He's hilarious.
What are we doing? Okay. All right. So we about to go ahead and do Patreon. Create the Patreon episode. It'll be out tomorrow. Along with this one. So everybody who's subscribed to us, if you haven't subscribed to us on the Patreon, go on and subscribe to us on the Patreon.
I'm subscribed.
Yes, you are. Hold on, let me go ahead. So people,
how are you not subscribed?
Because
you got to buy your own product, homie.
Hey, you know what, Los?
I know. You know what? It's $10. Like it ain't gonna break your bank. Like it's $10. Like we support our own stuff. Like you know what I mean?
Or if you or $5 if you want to. It's not expensive. Hey, I know you. Thank you, sir.
I want $10. I want whatever I can get.
I want all the access.
Yeah, I want all the access.
So
because we be doing stuff that like it ain't just us. It's not just us. No, we got other people. Fist kicks and flicks.
Yep, they do. School. They had a dope interview with one of the guys from with Ron Parnell from
No Retreat.
Yeah, no surrender, no retreat. Yeah. We edited that. We had
you know, Ron.
Yeah.
We had
the
Hall of Fame. We had the Hall of Fame episodes are up over there that we decided who was going to be in the Hall of Fame in sport karate. Inside
decided.
Yeah. Listen, you got to see it.
You got to see it, man. It's pretty remarkable. It's pretty remarkable, man. Yeah. I didn't decide. I just left.
He was the moderator.
I was a moderator.
Trav was the moderator.
Listen, Travis always one that set us up to get caught out there.
100% every single time. Every single time.
Hey, I get myself out here all the time, so people always are mad at me. Hey, nobody's mad at you, Los. Nobody's mad at you, Chris. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
there's a couple people mad at me, but I don't know for what.
Yeah, I don't know why. It is what it is. But make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon because we're gonna be putting out at least 3 episodes a week. So go out there and subscribe. All right.
Choo-choo.
And we're about to go record it. So, and just so you guys know,
what does that mean? We're gonna record it. I don't get. What do you mean by that? Like, what are we about to do?
About to go record the show. As soon as
we
it's
just
over,
did the show.
We got the other
Patreon episode. And you know what we're gonna talk about on the Patreon episode? We're gonna talk about these weird people who like foot fetishes. That's one. But the other one, the big one, is are today's fighters more skillful and smarter than the past generations? So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna talk about are they more skillful and are they smarter than the past generations? You know what I mean? So yeah. Some of y'all may not like the answers to these questions. Some of y'all, either you're old or you're young, may not like what we're talking about. But if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can hear what we say. All right.
You're just gonna put us in that position.
100% he is. You know how the pilot, I mean the director is.
He was like, "Oh, I'm just a moderator." And then you just like,
I'm just asking questions.
What I got to say?
I'm just asking questions because some people.
Why you asking all these questions, man?
Anyway, we will see you guys next week or on the Patreon tomorrow, people. Other than that, see y'all later. Oh, make sure you go to Smoky Mountains Showdown,
Gatlinburg,
Tennessee,
18th.
March 31st, April 2nd, Ocean State Grand Nationals. Make sure you guys go and patronize